Hey everybody, Flip and Danny here, founders of the Freedom Real Estate Group family of companies, and welcome to another live episode of our podcast. And our podcast is called
Freedom Through Passive Income.
That's right. And like I said, today's one of our live episodes. This is our week 8. Our week 8 live progress update. Today is February 24th. 2022, and it is absolutely ugly outside if you live in Ohio.
Yes, it is.
It doesn't know whether it wants to rain, snow, or freezing rain. And then I think at one point it's doing all three. So lovely.
Yeah.
Yes. So here's some progress updates. We have over 1,500 YouTube views. That's great. So if you're out there watching on YouTube, just keep watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe. And we just checked before we came in here. Almost 3,000 downloads. We got 26. So, Mom, just keep hitting the download. Just keep downloading. Like I said, just keep downloading. So that's super exciting.
And then another thing that we did this week was a big deal because we've been talking about this on our lives every single week for like the last 3 or 4 weeks. Mm-hmm. We got the LOI signed for the 48 unit.
LOI, what does that stand for?
That stands for letter of intent.
There we go. I don't think we touched on that one the other day.
So I wanted to say a huge congrats to Della. She's one of our acquisitions team members, and she is the one that has been doing all the work on this property. And this is her first one to get under contract for the team, and so I'm really, really proud of her.
Yeah, she had that seller on speed dial.
Yes, she did. Yeah. It was a direct-to-seller opportunity, so that's nice. That's one of the reasons why it did go through. You're always going to have more opportunities when you are direct-to-seller. It was referred to us by somebody that we knew, referred us to somebody else, and that person then told us about this property that they were looking at to buy, but they decided not to buy, and so they offered the lead to us. So those relationships and that network, it's super, super important. The timing is a little bit crazy because we are leaving on Monday morning for Mastermind in Utah. We're coming back for, we fly back in on Thursday. So we are back home Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday and Saturday. And we fly back out Sunday to go to Cancun.
Yay, for a vacation.
For a vacation that we're going to be working through, which is fine.
Yeah. I'm like, where are you? I'm at the pool.
I'd rather have a 48 unit while working on it during Cancun than not. Yeah. So we might have our phones at the poolside.
I think the bittersweet is when we found out that Voxer works at the resort that we're at in Mexico.
Yes, I actually had that as something I was going to talk about was the power of Voxer, right? Is because there's going to be, while we're at the mastermind and while we're on vacation, sitting at a computer to be able to write everything out and explain things in great detail is not going to be easy. So what I told the team, and we're meeting with them at 1:30 today, is everybody get Voxer or one person get Voxer, because you're going to everybody's going to be asking a ton of questions, and we're going to be in the middle of a mastermind and on vacation. So the easiest thing for us is for you to shoot the question out. We're going to tell you via Voxer and give you all the information you need, and either you guys consume it that way or somebody is in charge of writing all of that information that we give them via Voxer into an email for the team to hear. So that way things can keep on progressing, but Flip and I can do our best to be present at the mastermind and be present on vacation with each other. So.
Yes.
It's going to be, it's going to be fun. and the thing is it is forcing us over these next 2 days to get as much done as possible, build out process docs, train anybody that needs to be trained. So some of those things, even though you feel like, the stress and the overwhelm, it's huge because you're forced to do something faster than you normally would.
Yay. Yeah. Vacation.
Yay 48 unit.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing we did, if you follow us on Facebook, you would have seen a post from Danny from this last week. We actually hired a concierge health and fitness coach. And this was big for us. I always like to joke around. I say, hey, I lost 50 pounds. Unfortunately, it was the same 5 pounds 10 times. But, it's like up, down. But it's great because they're going to be really controlling everything that we do, no matter where we're at. If we're out of town, they can set up going to a gym and what meals to eat at a restaurant if we're going to a restaurant. And so it's really going to be great for us because we wanted to focus on it for a long time, but just haven't had the time. And now we're making the time, and we're having somebody else be accountable other than us being accountable, because we are the worst accountability partners.
It's okay.
Yes. You can go ahead and have that donut, honey. Wait, no, that's what you say to me.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you eat donuts?
So we're looking forward to that. That's starting. Thank goodness that's going to start after we get back from Cancun.
Yes. We did that on purpose.
Yep. And then also a huge thing this week is we signed all of our estate planning docs, and this was huge because there was a lot of docs to sign.
Yeah.
And so now everything's put in place. We even had an episode. I'm not sure if it's aired yet. About actually I think it is about making sure that you put everything in place so that when you do die, you're not leaving a big mess for your family or whomever. So we got all those signed. Breath of fresh air.
Excellent. And so we also had a financials meeting.
Yep.
Randy was in town, so we sat down with him and Aaron and you and I and Tina, and we had a financials meeting. It was really talking about debt retirement. So as all of these companies have grown, we've had to borrow money to keep them going. New entities actually borrowed money from profitable companies to start building. And so it's been a long road to get where we are today. And there's lots of ups and downs and roller coasters. And so we're looking at, our financials, and we love financials meetings because every time we met with Randy, it was like, oh, we're that much better.
Yep.
Oh, we're that much better. And so it was really exciting to get to revisit this process after we hired a CEO to see, hey, how are we doing now that the CEO has come in and taken over? And so that was just nice to be able to not put your head in the sand ever, no matter what position that you're in, always being aware of where you're at and constantly being proactive about working on making sure that the company's okay. So that was great. And then the other thing that we're working on this week is acquisitions. Our turnkey company, man, it's a hot market right now. Everything's selling. Sellers are unreasonable in terms of what they think they can get for the property, even if it's in distressed, horrible condition.
Yep.
So it's just been tough. And so we're always brainstorming. I woke up probably 3 times last night and text myself ideas on what we could do to get more properties.
Right. And wholesalers are coming out of the woodwork.
Yes.
From everywhere.
Yes. Yeah. That's crazy. So there's not always, all good. There's not always all bad. It's usually a little mix of both, and we like to share, both ends of the spectrum.
Yep. And last thing is, we notice that we have new mugs.
Yes.
I'll take pictures. I'll put them close up on the. It's like we're the late night show.
Oh yeah. Hey, well, one of these times we should put some alcohol
we should actually put something in it.
Cheers.
And we also got some new lights, to help things out in our little studio. I'll take a picture so you can see where we actually film all this. So we got a nice little location now.
Yeah, we're starting to settle in.
Yep. So again, we hope that you enjoy, especially these live episodes. I think you know what to do on all the Facebooks and all the social medias. So make sure you subscribe, give us reviews, make sure you comment, make sure you get in with the groups and talk to the gang. But we always like to end all of our episodes with
invest smart,
live happy. Bye everybody.
Hair okay?
Oh, it looks great.
Great.
What are you doing?
I just moved my glasses.
Good thing this isn't in high definition. We're fine. Right.
Is it really?
Yes, yeah, you're fine. Yes.
You're such a jokester. Okay.
Nothing on this show should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for individualized advice. Opinions and information on this show are not guaranteed. All investment strategies have the potential for profit or loss, y'all.